"Silly old bear," he said. "What were you doing? First, you went round the spinney twice by yourself, and then Piglet ran after you, and you went round again together, and then you were just going round a fourth time." "Wait a moment," said Winnie the Pooh, holding up his paw. He sat down and thought in the most thoughtful way he could think. Then he fitted his paw into one of the tracks, and then he scratched his nose twice and stood up. "Yes," said Winnie the Pooh, "I see now. I have been foolish and deluded," said he, "and I am a bear of no brain at all." For possibly my entire adult life, I have walked in circles, tracking my own footsteps in search of something non-existent, and simultaneously running from something that I'm not even sure I can name. I have been foolish and deluded. The irony is that without the clarity that follows foolishness and delusion, the only reality we can perceive is the tangible one, the one that logically beckons us towards the belief that an unknown footprint on our path must be the work of another. I vividly remember the day I recognized my own footprints in the snow. I remember how my fingers burned as I traced the marks left behind by my own feet. I remember the terror that coursed through me as I finally acknowledged the shape, patterns, and depth of my own human self. And I remember the relief I felt as I leaned so painfully into the uncertainty that underlies every perceivable thing. I say leaned, but the truth is that I fell, perpetually sprinting forward with my eyes turned behind me. My fear of this dreadful reality I had experienced launched me over a precipice that I didn't even see coming. And despite the labyrinth of my past, my true story begins there, in the free fall. The moment that the heavy and burdened shell of myself cracked on the ragged rocks beneath me, I had my first true experience of what has often been referred to as the unbearable lightness of being. Beneath the weight of heartache, abandonment, and rage were the glorious pains of acceptance and forgiveness. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And this simple fact has become the key to my salvation. If we are given this embodied life for only one reason, I believe it is to explore the nature of our humanity and to finally accept that we are, in truth, both untethered and liberated by it. My life has been a terrible storm. But as I have healed, I have watched as the wind compassionately filled in my ancient footprints with fresh, clean snow, giving me a chance to step forward into faith, into this more beautiful world that my heart always knew was possible. I stand connected to this earth, to the struggles of all who have come before me, and I brazenly accept the cracks in my fragile human shell. And I feel compelled to initiate a new story of connection, a story that both begins and ends with love. I firmly believe that with time, commitment, and practice, all is coming.